Hey, this is Notzer, and this is the Tier 6 U.S. carrier, Saipan. It has access to 4 squadrons, 43 AA guns, goes 34 knots, and the module setup I got is 1 fighter, 2 torpedo bombers, and 1 regular bomber. So I've got all my aircraft up and running. I see that the enemy carrier has sent out bombing and torpedoes in the northern region, and I see that he has a squadron sort of hovering north of the capture point. So I send my fighters to take out their torpedo, but he obviously recognizes what I'm doing. There's a friendly carrier on my team that has all fighters, so he's going to make his job to intercept any of the enemy torpedo bombers and regular bombers and take them out. So yeah, I've gone to his bomber squadrons, taken them out. They have no defense. And I'm moving forward my torpedo bombers and my regular bomber to get in range of this cruiser. Now if you notice, I just set up 1 torpedo bomber and I adjusted the angle of attack. You click on the little indicator and you can adjust all the extra little detail. So yeah, 1 bomb squadron from 1 side. I set up the regular bomber squadron to drop regular bombs to flame, but they miss. Hit 1 torpedo, and it looks like I'm going to hit 2 torpedoes on that enemy cruiser. You can use Alt and set up a manual run, but I really have the theory that you need to get your squadrons to do damage and then come right back as quickly as you can, so the friendlies can benefit from your presence in the game. So I might set up a run quicker, and it might not be as accurate or do as much damage, but it's generally pretty much impossible to avoid when you set up the way I set up with torpedo bomber on his starboard and port side. Got a friendly. He just taken all the torpedoes. Friendly carrier's got his aircraft. His fighters going after these torpedo bombers. And I'm trying to communicate to him that if he just continues on his course, he'll be pretty safe. And yeah, squads are landing. This is a King of the Hill style game mode. It's pretty fun. You all fight over the cap area. And if the enemy team captures, wow, I guess the cruiser didn't repair after I torpedoed him. That's a huge mistake. He must have used his torpedo, his repair on something other than the torpedo flooding. So yeah, I'm taking off my aircraft. I like to have them circle before I send out all my squadrons. It just, it's like what real aircraft do. They set up before they go out to make sure they have strength, and the attack occurs roughly at the same moment. So we killed 2 other guys on the point. They're not capping anymore. So it looks like the fight has moved away from the point. So I'm just trying to find the closest target, get a good bombing run. I'm just adjusting so my torpedo bombers attack from both sides at roughly the same moment, within 5 to 10 seconds. And I'm adjusting the bomber squadron to drop the bomb on the longest part of the ship. So you'll notice I'm just going to always slightly adjust. I'm just trying to make sure that the drop works out in my favor. I'm kind of worried that the smoke might hide this guy, and I noticed that he's dying real fast, so I'm actually kind of I'm looking for a different target. It'd be kind of a waste to go after someone with so much health. And yep, they just killed that guy that I had the initial target on. But I see this cruiser. He's going through uh, an area that's kind of difficult to deal with because of there's island chains everywhere. You can use that to block torpedoes, or you can use it to funnel the enemy in an area where they don't have a lot of escape paths from the torpedo. And I'm really hoping that, you don't want to send your torpedoes. It looks like he's going to crash in the iceberg, or the ice island. And yeah, I'm trying to get just a better angle. You really don't want to keep your squadrons over the target like this, but we have a pretty good advantage, and I just want to continue to have that advantage. So he's backing up slow. It's really bad for him. Hindsight, I wouldn't continue this attack with 3, my 3rd squadron. But yeah, we take that guy out. He really got himself in a bad situation. He couldn't avoid it, and yeah, easy kill. Enemy torpedo bombers seem to be just west of the main area. I send my fighters to meet them. I think the friendly carrier, his fighters were moving forward, but he moved back. It's a really good strategy to use friendly ships as your safe zones. If you don't have a target, or you're trying to escape an enemy fighter squadron, go directly to the closest battleship or cruiser. And I'm rearming all of my torpedo and regular bombers, and I just have these fighters. I'm just trying to do damage. It's really insignificant right now from my point of view, and I thought he was going to stay there, but he didn't. I think he's bringing his guys back, and you can see the animation's kind of bugged out. I'm pressing shift to get down to the game itself. He's keeping his squadron over the battleship, so the battleship's doing pretty good damage. And you can see, like, sort of that frozen animation kind of comes back, and I have control over the squadron again. I figure, hey, let's take out this guy. Key bit of information. The scout planes, I see a lot of people, they pull their scout planes, like at the beginning of the match. That's not what scout planes are for. Scout planes are for keeping a track of an enemy that might go around an island or is in an island area, and identifying destroyers that might get too close. So you really want to save it for when you're engaged and islands are in the way, or when you might be in a situation where a destroyer could be sneaking up on you or a friendly, and you need that extra vision. I finally catch up to the scout plane, and boom, goes down. So I'm trying to intercept this torpedo bomber. I got all my squads back up. Well, almost up. One's taking off. Ideally, what you would do is you would have it where they refill and rearm off sequence, so you don't waste any time waiting for your aircraft to land or take off, because the squadrons cannot land when a squadron is already on the aircraft carrier's deck. So we're about to cap. It looks pretty good. I don't think I'll get to this carrier before the end of the game, but yeah, you can see my general attack pattern. Attack from both sides and have the bomb go in first to make him use his fire extinguisher. So So yeah, end of the game, just killing squad, but Saipan's gonna be going away. Uh, Independence has taken its place, and they're putting in something else with Tier 5. But yeah, here's carrier gameplay, trying to min-max your squads and do as much damage as you can for your team. Take care, and catch you next time.